Hello, we are Fruittopia and we are super fruit, super easy. I'm Brian and this is Colin and Mark with me today. So we've all lived in a city at some stage, and as fantastic it is to live in a city, it also has some drawbacks. So for me anyway, it was living in a city I wasn't able to, what I wanted to be able to do was be able to grow fruit and eat my own produce, eat fresh, be healthy. What I found were two major problems was that I didn't have the knowledge on how to grow stuff. I tried growing fruit and plants before and they'd all died. And I also didn't have the space. So I had a little small balcony that didn't have any space on it to actually grow fruit. So what our solution is we come up with the education pot. It's a smart pot. It is sold with soil in it, with seeds, with feed, and it monitors the activity of the plant. So through that monitor, and it sends that data back to your phone. This notifies the user when the plant is in need and allows the user to be educated over the lifespan of the plant. And you also, at the very end, or throughout the process, or throughout the cycle, get fresh, healthy superfruit. And so how it works is you buy this pot on the left. It's plug and play essentially. You put some water into it, put the seeds in. The information is fed back to your phone, and over for a few weeks, you then produce fresh, healthy, strong-growing fruit and flowers or fruits. And this here then is the app that, so you get a notification, you turn on go into your app, it might be your tomato plant you want to pay attention to, you go into it, you see if there's enough sunlight, or it needs to be watered, the temperature is a bit cold so you might need to bring it indoors. And then on the right hand side then, you get to see that it educates you about the plants, so different details about that. And pass it over to Will to talk about that.
Hi, I'm Will. I love this product. I'm sorry it wasn't out when I had young children, because we had great difficulties getting them to eat healthily. So where I see this, and my brother Michael has 3 young children, 7, 5 and 3. And this product is designed to help people, to get their children to eat a little bit healthier. In Ireland at the moment, we had a little bit of a population boom back in 2009. That was the highest babies born since 1896. So we're still doing quite well, but we're dropping off a little bit as things pick up. We have a demographic that we see both Brian as an example, as a target market, and my brother who has all the children. So we want to actually sell them something that is like the smart pot. That it is like for children, it's the Tamagotchi, right, of plants. So they have a little bit of responsibility. They interact with the app on the phone or their iPad. It actually makes them get up and move and be responsible. And it's to kind of flow with that, and the bonus is they eat healthy food and have a product at the end of it. It also develops, we think, a whole new customer at an early age for the garden centres who we want to sell to. So we had validation from the local home-based manager, a 35 years in business horticulturalist, and Nathan MacDonald, who's CEO down there in Ballycity Garden Centre, as we know, is one of the top ones in the country. They like the idea, they validated it for us. We're still perfecting it. We have designed our channels to market, which is our retailers, our garden centres. We have an online operation. We have an in-app purchase plan for it. And these are some of the targets that we'd have. Now I'll hand you over to
Colin. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. So our competitors, there are people in this market. Although we don't believe any of those offer the complete package that we do. Either they lack the app interactivity, or they're just at a very, very high price point. Our unit sales, the break even, will need to sell around 10,000 units. In year 4, we expect to sell 50,000 actual units with recurring income from the in-app purchases of every 6 months they'll need to change their seeds. So we're going to be the ones who provide them with that. And we would expect the orange bar on the right, which is the regrow pack, to exceed our unit purchase over time. We expect to make a modest profit in year 2, with year 4 profit of 1.4 million. We've identified a negative cash flow of around €250,000, which we are looking for today. This has been the Fruittopia presentation. I'd like to thank you for bearing with us, and if you have any queries, please advise. Thanks.
Is there any issue in terms of the export market for yourselves or the import market for your customer in regards to seeds?
Yeah, that's a very fair point. We had looked at that already. I mean, I think within the EU we're obviously okay. So we may have to limit ourselves to maybe the London professional market initially. So not so limiting, but obviously in the States we'll have to source soil providers and seed providers from there.
It's very good. Hi, how are you? Very good presentation, by the way. What are you looking to retail at?
We figure we can sell these in shops, something around this size for €45, and then we can probably get, we believe we can get window boxes for €60. The regrow packs for the window box, which we'll do for 6 months, they're €20, and the regrow pack for something, again, this size is €10.
Tell me about the tech.
Technology, we measure 4 variables, the soil temperature, sorry, it's the soil moisture, the temperature, the humidity, and the light. So I think what's potentially quite disruptive about this is that aside from us and one other company who don't sell the seeds, we'll be able to actually tell exactly the right conditions for what they would like. Well, we'll be able to provide them with seeds that we know will actually grow on their windowsill, because we'll know the exact conditions that are on their windowsill. Like no one else has that.
And will you be able to collect and feed data back from your success traders?
That's it. Yeah, yes.
Good presentation again, nicely executed. I think like one of the previous companies too, I think when I saw Fruittopia first, I thought it was, it is all about growing fruit, but in fact you're providing an intelligent pot, and I think that the branding, etc., might decrease your market. I think you need to revamp that. The problem with growing any sort of fruit in a small thing on a balcony stuff is that, particularly if you've got kids, I love the educational factor. I have 3 myself, but they get very disappointed when they see how little fruit they actually get off the things that they've spent 6 or 8 weeks growing, and they eat it all in one go. So I think the resale of the pack to repopulate it again should be a much bigger side of your business going forward as well too. But the branding is not about fruit, it's about monitoring your pots and being away. And I think with apartments doing Airbnb and all that sort of stuff, those people don't like their plants dying while they're away too, which would be another way that you could do more sensors in there that might help them.
And well done on the profit and loss, like we go
Thanks.
On the brand, this thing morphed over the weekend, so we were rather fruity at the start, and it turned into a smart pot. So.